So, now I will do my second guide. The first guide was against Gorefist, and now I will do a guide on Shroud, which is the alternative boss you can get as first boss fight. So in the campaign you either get Shroud or you get Gorefist, one of these two, and they are guaranteed bosses, so you will have to fight one of these two. It's a 50-50 chance if you get Gorefist, which we explained in the last video, or if you get Shroud, which I will show now. In the last video I used a very advanced char and tried to simulate the experience of a new player. In this video I will use a almost new char. I made this for the expansion, so I have some stuff, but everything you see here you can get in the first hour of the game. So this is the only kinda good amulet, but you can get this before Shroud. It can spawn in Earth. This is starting gear, this is starting gear, so you can buy this at the vendor right from the beginning. And the weapon is starting gear, this weapon is starting gear, the alternative shotgun is starting gear, this mod is starting gear, and this is also starting gear. Also, I don't have a lot of traits, so this is similar experience to a completely new character. And you can see it's level 6, but the big but is, in this game bosses will always have the same level as your best equipment. So I have +6 on this weapon and +6 here, so if I face a boss he will have +6. The level is locked the moment you enter the boss arena for the first time. So what you could do is stay at level 1, then go to the boss, and if you die, afterwards you can level up and the boss will stay at level 1. But there's another thing you should know, and it's that most bosses have a minimum level. The first two bosses, Shroud and Gorefist, don't have a minimum level, so they're the exact same level as your best weapon or your best armor slot. So now I will fight a Shroud level 6, and I have a mixture of level 6, level 0 and level 3 gear, so pretty bad. But still, my gear choice versus bosses, this mod, the fire mod, is kinda the best mod in the beginning, so I would advise you to buy it in the first half hour of the game. And the hunter set is very good versus Shroud. It's not good versus Gorefist, cause it's weak spot damage, and Gorefist doesn't have a weak spot. But Shroud has a weak spot, and it's headshots. So he will take more damage on headshots, and this set will also guarantee he takes 10% more damage even. And yeah, so we have two choices for Shroud. Either we go with the hunter's rifle or we go with the shotgun. The playstyle will be a bit different. I personally don't like the hunter's rifle, but many people do. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what the hunter's rifle looks like when you shoot. And the shotgun. So the big advantage of the shotgun is you can go close and you do a lot more damage, and this helps especially against ads, so minions from the boss. But here you have a lot more ammunition, you have 10 shots, but you need 2 shots versus most ads, while the shotgun you need only 1 shot for most ads. I will do this fight now using the hunter's rifle because of the range. Shroud is a ranged boss, so you will be far away most of the time. And so this helps a bit. But you could also just run towards him. It's a bit risky. And use the shotgun. So both are viable options. And this time let's try the hunter's rifle. Then the cultist head, which is a starting item. And what it does is it gives us more mod damage. And the mods build over time. More mod damage means the status effects, damage over time, are longer in effect. So let's see. 15% longer time the status effect, which will be burn. So this is nice. Okay. So let's go. So you can see this char has a total playtime of 3 hours 20, but I did play the expansion with it. And now let's go to Earth. And go to Shroud. Shroud has the same mods or status effects like Gorfist, so if you get hit you can bleed. And so you need the same materials, bandages versus bleed, and oil. So yeah, this we can also use this, but I'm not sure if we need it. We have the healing mod on the second weapon. We will not use this pistol, but we may use the healing mod. It's also a starting item. So everything you see here, except for this amulet, is starting gear, and the amulet can be found on the first map. It's a bit random, but it could be found. So let's try it. Yeah, and by the way, I'm playing on hard. New char. And the strategy is to ignore all minions, or most of the minions, only use them to refill your mods, and shoot down the guy as fast as possible. The evasion is pretty basic, so he has a timing that is always the same where he shoots his spikes. So you just get used to the timing, wait a bit, jump to the side, and he will shoot his bolts, and should be no problem. It depends a bit on what modifier he has, which is random, but let's see. Okay, vicious. So try to shoot him in the head. So now these explosions will happen, and yeah, as I said, it's a good advice to just ignore these guys. Yeah, you can see I'm already used to the timing. Unfortunately, I've lost him, okay. Now run. Let's see where he is. Let's go down, because we need to let's take this. Okay, this is good. So you can see on hard, using a new char, it's kinda hard. But not too hard. Yeah, so that was it. For the most part, try to ignore everything but the boss and try to shoot him in the head. So yeah, one more thing, the explosions. Yeah, now I didn't even look at them because I have played this game so much that I know when they go off, but you can hear some sound which is like whee, and then just look forward, and if the explosion is not in front of you, just run in front. So if the explosion is not in front of you, it will always be right behind you. So it's very easy to evade. You hear the explosion starts, it's not in front of you, which means it's always in the back of you. So only thing you have to do is run straight forward, and that's it. Yeah, so what you have to do is get used a bit using the equipment, the map design. For example, when he stands here and is loading his bolts, you can hide, tuk tuk tuk, you go back, shoot him in the head, you can hide. And you also have to watch the minions. Most of the time simply run around them, but when they're in front of you, 2 shots to fill up your mod power, then activate the mod, shoot this guy in the head, run around again. So that's it for Shroud. I hope this helps.